This one's going to be about the easiest video possibly that I've ever done. Thanks to Mr. Bernie Sanders, under case, he has helped me to be able to point this out to everybody. On my perspective, I'll enlighten everybody today. I should have put this on education instead of politics and news, possibly, because it's going to be so eye-opening, so educational. So, anyway, so we hear this week that a person from the entertainment world or whatever places out there up in the world endorses Bernie Sanders for campaign reform. So I'm scratching my head and I'm like, how am I going to prove this and show this to these people that this guy's really a dirty rat and make my point? And maybe they'll back off and maybe they'll go do research. I don't know if they spend most of their time playing video games or if they spend any time at all actually doing any research at all. But I'm going to clue you guys in and show you exactly how this pinpoints dots to dot the whole thing, the fiascos with Obama, and how we're going to link this whole thing in, and how we're going to connect Obama and Bernie Sanders together. So basically, here is our. This is where we're at. So he's talking about uh, he's got somebody endorsing him this week for over campaign reform. So this is who's in the lead. So you're gonna reform yourself. I'd explained this before I came to do this video. Explained this to somebody, and they'd said, "Yeah, why don't you tell them to give all your money back? Give all the money back. Campaign reform." Anyways, that's who's in the lead, and he's talking about campaign reforming people. This person right here, Hillary, has taken money from overseas people. And these guys, they play patty cake so well together in the debates. I doubt that what he's saying about going after any Democrat or any other person is actually the truth. Although Obama did try to go after everybody who had offshore accounts so that he could tax them if they had businesses in America. So that's not necessarily bad. So there's one thing Obama did that wasn't necessarily bad, but he did it for his own interest first, not yours and mine. So that's the difference. If I had somebody who was an actual candidate who was going to do stuff for us and not his own self, okay. So whom got more money in politics? Whom gets more money in politics? I would like to go back to probably 15, maybe 20 years in the government, American political process, and see who has won the money game out of the last 20, maybe even 24 years. So, anyways, I just want to remind everybody the Bundy Ranch. So let's do this. So we want to trace the money that they get. If they get money like a dollar or any amount of money and that can't be traced, we want it all to be traceable. That's the first campaign reform thing. Is if these Democrats have got it to where they know where to pinpoint people and go after them with the IRS and have the IRS go after common citizens here in America for politics to try and stop them from giving these guys here money, campaign money. That's what he's talking about doing. So there's my connection right there. Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, they're all going to do the same thing. They're liars. Of course, they're going to tell you lies. I keep trying to tell people, I'm warning you. I did not. I did not go back in '07 and listen to Obama or any Democrat ever. This is the first time I've actually paid attention to a little bit of what they were saying. So before I couldn't point out until after they got elected, whatever bullshit they said to people, I couldn't, digest any of that and respond or tell them really anything like that, unless it was something that I had read about or heard myself. But anyways, so let's do a trace on everybody. If that's really what you want to do, you got it so that you know exactly where the funds are coming from for Republicans. We want to know exactly where every dollar comes from with you Democrats. So real reform, honest reform. Let's talk about the honesty and integrity in the inside of it. I'm not talking about just talk about smoke out of your ass, and that's it. That's what Obama thinks he has the right to get away with targeting people through the IRS, um, whatever else, all the other crimes against us that he has waged war against us. That is seriously going to be like one next video I'm going to make. I'm going to say it's going to be titled "When Did Obama can decide that he was going to wage war on America?" Because evidently he groomed himself with a tie and suit and whatnot, so he can go. Right, this sucks a dick, but he went and whatever he did to go become president and to help f our country up more. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about this Bundy Ranch thing. The Bundy Ranch. Remember that? Let me see if I can get some images of the Bundy Ranch. Let me show you something. This is what's going on. Common sense versus people who are stupid. So stupidity. Stupid people are going to say these Americans have no right to stand up for their rights and their land over something so small, and that no, they're not being targeted. They're not being targeted. Huh? No, the government itself is targeting them. And then here we go, Obama refugees. Let's pull up some images on that. This is Obama increase the number. He's saying yesterday or sometime the other day, he said that we want to speed this up and get them here now. Then now it's saying that he wants to increase the number. So he wants to increase the number. Let's look at some more images of this here, ladies and gentlemen. So refugees, that's what he's all about. He's all about going and not just finding the loser to stick up for, but the bitter, sour piece of crap loser that will probably cut his head off. You know what I mean? Unless there's some way that Obama, could fool these guys into kissing his ass. The terrorists is what I'm talking about. This is what's going on here. He's bringing these people here. We want just Islam, Sharia law. Cut America's head off. Cut anybody's head off who embarrasses Islam, who's against Islam. Let's kill them. But here, this is what this douche dickhead did. And then he's got our government coming down here having a standoff with our own citizens. Can you even believe that is going on here? That looks more like a revolution than it does, because like these cops, they've got to be like, dude, these guys look just like us. They're us. They're armed like us. I'm like, how many of these guys right here are actually us? And they just have to do their job. A lot. Very many. A lot. But so, anyways, he's gonna go after rich people. He's gonna go after this Bernie Sanders. This is how he's gonna his campaign reform. That's how this clued me in. The other person helped me, the celeb person or whatever helped clue this in so I could have more understanding of what was going on. Then I went and I listened to what Bernie Sanders was talking about, um, campaign reform. So he's talking about going after billionaires. How else are you going to go after billionaires unless you think because you become president, you have a right to use our tax funded organizations against us and then bring our enemies over here? What kind of uh, disaster are you trying to bring here? You're just trying to make life miserable over here so that, I don't know, you're trying to get more people killed. I said he was trying to get people killed before. I thought he was trying to give our country away. So there you have it. Bernie Sanders, no different than Obama. He proved it. They're going to be slick. They're going to tell you some of the truth and then they're going to lie to you also. Go back and listen to any of the other Democrats' lied promises and lied campaign speeches that they just used to get in there, to get Obama elected and their liberal people elected wherever they did, to lie to people. And people are um, truly not informed if they think that Bernie Sanders is going to be any different. It's a classic warfare, divide and conquer everybody up, and um, so this is how they delivered our enemy here now from within. So I really do want to know when him and all these other people, because now there's no way that you can hide your politics. That used to be what part of made America great. So part of maybe what makes the internet suck is that now nobody can keep that really a secret. A lot of people try their hardest, but that's what whack politicians do. And they're venturing us closer to another American Revolution. And an American Revolution won't go down the way that these Democrats, staunch Democrats, want it to go. If we have a revolution where there's an armed force and there's a fight and a battle to see who wins, how they have to do it is they have to keep abusing the law and trying to use other people to go against us, to go against ourselves. So it's it's a ridiculous poisoning from within. A place where Obama, if he just had a mind to just go and live somewhere and be happy, have a family, raise him up, and just enjoy himself and just be happy, he could have done that right here in America. But that's not what he decided he wanted to do. He decided he wanted to, instead of increasing democracy all over the world, and has had the opportunity to do it. He's one of the select few people that have ever had a chance to spread democracy through America and other countries, like George Bush did, and we'll have to do again. So instead of pushing for democracy, he looked at everybody else, all their sadness, all their turmoil, what they're going through, instead of trying to put them in a place where if I wanted to go move to Syria, it wouldn't be the most dangerous place in the world. It would be a very friendly place to an American. It has a place where you could go and you could live and be free, but you can't. You can go there and be killed. You can be in extreme danger, you know. So you can go over to Iraq right now and be in extreme danger. Instead of going over to Iraq right now and being able to live if you wanted to, there's a lot of um, reasons why people, archaeologists, or other people in the world would ever want to go live in other places like that and want to not have to worry about somebody killing them. So all I can say is it's pretty disappointing. And I didn't just come up with that. These people like Obama, and these Bernie Sanders, and these other people give me credence and ammunition to come out here and say this to people's face. So, on with that, I think I'm done. I think I'm ready to try and figure out how I'm going to make my next video depicted how or when exactly, I think is when exactly did Obama declare war? He was um, against America. He was not just anti-American, but he was our sworn enemy. When did Obama in his life decide that? 13 is the age of accountability whenever you become a man. So I don't know. It's a good question. I would like to track that down. Sounds almost like a documentary. But don't vote for Bernie Sanders. Don't vote for any Democrat. They're not. They're all the same. You can go and see that how they play patty cake with each other on the debate floor.